All right, what are we getting into today? I have some videos on experiences people are having in other countries other than America, because I think it's good to get a little bit of a perspective from not just our inner countries, but what are we gonna? All right, what are we getting into today? I got some videos prepared of people in other countries. I think it's nice to get a little perspective of what's going on in other countries. And I did, well, and I did have a video. Actually, my first video on this channel was me traveling to another country. So, I think it's just fitting. It's just fitting. This lady, I thought it was interesting. As a black individual myself, I thought it was very interesting to see what the view of black people in Russia was. So let's see how this looks.
American things that do not exist in Russia. Part 5. Black people. Well, they do, but it is mostly in the big cities, it is rarity, it is mostly Afro-Russians, and it's only 0.03% of our population. I've never seen a black person growing up in Russia. The first time I did is when I went to UK and I was 17 years old. And historical reason for that in 1842, our Emperor Nicholas I banned human of Africans and stated that slaves will arrive in Russia would be set free and people who broke the law would be put on trial and punished. So black people in Russia is more something of wonder, curiosity, something, exotic from overseas. Going back to Afro-Russians, those are people of African descent who migrated and settled in Russia. And it's usually multi-generational. We usually get many students from Africa who come to a big cities, usually Moscow or St. Petersburg, to study medicine. Many of them settle in Russia. Many of them marry Russian women or men, have kids, and that's how we have black Russians. But I'm telling you, the majority of Russians, especially in the smaller towns, have never, ever seen a black person in their life. So if you're black, please don't be scared to come to Russia. Nobody going to beat you up, nothing negative going to happen. People will be just curious. They will try to talk to you, maybe take pictures with you, but that's okay. You will be a very exotic person over there. Now I am curious. Tell me, what have you heard about Russia and going to Russia as a black person?
You heard it here first, folks. If you're black, go to Russia. Now, those aren't my words. I'm not telling you to go to Russia anytime soon. But Russia was one of those countries that I was very interested in going with my background in ballet and ballet having a strong history in the country of Russia. It would be nice to go to St. Petersburg or Moscow. And this video here is a little reassuring on that sentiment, if I'd be safe to go or not. I still would probably want to hear a little more reviews from black people themselves. I think that would probably be the most assuring of what an experience there would be like. But yeah, this lady has a trustworthy face. So, yeah, I think you might be good to go just from that. Oh, this lady here, she has something to say about living in Italy. Italia. Another country that I think would be nice to go to, just to visit though, not to live. But let's see what this lady has to say.
Hi from Italy. So this is an important message to all of my fellow American citizens who are sick of the US and want to jump ship and leave, because I too wanted to do that. And 2 years ago almost, I moved to Italy. And it's been nothing but absolute chaos. Now, I shouldn't have any problems because I'm an Italian citizen, but it doesn't matter. The laws do not work here the way they do in the US. Banks can outright say, we won't give you a checking account, and there's no one I can tell. Domestic violence, even saying that word out loud in this country, taboo. Have lost 2 friends over it. Because they literally ended the conversation and never talked to me again after it. So no one talks about it. It's just an accepted thing that happens and swept under the rug. I could talk about this forever. I was going to do a podcast. I'm putting it on hold because I don't want to get myself in trouble because this isn't the US. We don't have the same freedoms of speech here, and I don't know what they are. So until I learn that, I'm not going to open my mouth about it. But I hope that my account is a cautionary tale to everyone. I 1,000% regret coming to Italy. I should have stayed and fought in the US, because what you guys are fighting right now in the US, and God knows what you're actually fighting, I don't know. It's really fishy. But as far as social issues, if you go to another country, just imagine being in the 1950s in the US. So that's how far behind it is. And you will not have the same rights. If you're a woman, you will not have the fucking same rights. You will not be treated the same. Get ready to be treated like fucking dirt, like a second-class citizen. You will not be treated the same. I think if you do go abroad, go to an international giant city where things are more civilized. I'm full of regrets. I was so sick of Hollywood. I was so sick of LA. But this is worse. Italy's worse. I regret coming here. I'm gonna shout it from the fucking rooftops. There's been magazines that want to do business articles about my experience. I've declined because I'm living here. I can't make my life worse. I can't open my mouth. I'm living here. I know news broadcasters who have reached out to me, not to mention a documentary filmmaker has reached out to me. I can't do any of it. I'm here right now. So, but I'm a writer. I went to film school. They say don't write until you're old and experienced. I have a big, gigantic story to tell. And my good friends know the story as it's happening. So all I can say is stay and fight for America. Stay and fight. The grass is not greener. Don't leave the country. Once you leave, especially when you go with pets, it's going to be near impossible to get back. I mean, it's doable. You can do it. Anyone can do it. But I'm just saying it's not easy. And yeah, just a gentle reminder that America is better. It has problems, but stay and fight. Stay and fight.
Wow, that was deep. Apparently we got it good here in America. Yeah, that sucks to hear. You know, this lady got herself in a little bit of a pickle. Moving out of America, I think, is something that many of us have considered in times past, especially nowadays with the economy. Like, maybe moving to another country would be a better situation, but seems like this lady sort of regrets her decision to do it herself. And she's saying, apparently we got it good here in America. So I think that's a good takeaway, despite her having to learn the lesson herself. But, you know, it's good to just appreciate what we got when we're having it in the moment. Like this lady, she can't even muster up the courage to do a podcast, which, you know, it makes sense why she wouldn't want to. It seems like, may I say, a little tyrannical. The Italian government seems not really doing herself many favors if that's the case with this TikTok. But well, on to the next video. Okay, we got bro over here. I found what he said very relatable, so let's see what he says.
I have been way more exhausted in my 2 years of working a 9-to-5 office job than I ever was in my 4 years of playing college football. And sometimes I think I'm just insane for thinking this, because obviously an office job is physically nothing compared to college football. Like in college, I would get up early, go to work out, go to practice, go to class, work a part-time job, and I still had a bunch of energy to go out on the weekends with my friends and even on some weeknights. And now, fast forward almost 2 years, I don't know what it is, but after sitting at a desk for 8 hours, there's just nothing that I want to do. I force myself to get up early and work out still, because I know after work I'm just not going to want to do. I'm not going to have the energy. And I hate only doing stuff on the weekends. Like, there's a lot of stuff I still want to do on the weekdays, so I try to force myself to do that as well. But for some reason, I don't know why I have to force myself. as opposed to when I was even busier in college. And I have side hustles and stuff that I make myself do outside of work, but that's the thing, I have to make myself. It's not easy. And at the end of the week, it's hard because I'm just mentally drained. But if anyone else has recently or, in the past few years started their, 9 to 5 job or whatever, I need to know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, that's life after college in a nutshell for me. It's been quite the challenge trying to do some extracurricular activities outside of the workplace, especially this right here. This is part of the reason why it's hard to stay consistent in something like YouTube. But you just work drains you, and it's hard to get your passions out in the times that you want to get your passions out. And when you want to do like some sort of side hustle, like it takes like that extra gotta make yourself do it type of energy. And it's not fun. I wish there's some sort of more of a balance that I could reach with how energized I could be outside of work. And maybe it's just a sign of getting old, but I'm not that old. Like I feel like I should still have like some sort of energy outside work, after work. Back when I was in college, I had the same sentiment as this guy here, where after I was done dancing, I felt like I still had more energy to go out and party with and hang out with friends, play video games. Nowadays, I don't even have enough energy to play video games. I can't go outside. Like, there's some sort of like weight that's like sort of pushing me down to like not do anything out of work. But I think that's all the videos that I wanted to react to today. I'll probably do this a lot more heavy load of videos when I muster up enough energy, just like that guy, and got enough content to show you guys. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.